is a perfect flight? Is it one where you feel the crew went above and beyond? Or if the scenery outside was breathtaking, the seat you had was super comfortable, a meal surprised you with how tasty it was? Or all of the above? Something being perfect is obviously gonna be down to each person's own perception of what perfection is. So how does one know what an ideal Southwest Airlines flight is? Well, perhaps it's experience, a little nostalgia, some anticipation, and overall vibe that is what culminated perfectly on this particular day for me that you now will see for yourself. And what better place to start that journey than at my hometown airport? The first ever flight video I filmed on this channel was on Southwest from Pittsburgh going down to Florida in 2015, so maybe it's the nostalgia kicking in right now. After an empty security line and about a minute ride on the People Mover, I've now arrived to the airside terminal where I think you all know where I shall be eating today. If there's ever a Southwest flying tradition I have at this airport, specifically when going down to Florida, usually for a vacation, it's a meal from Chick-fil-A in the food court area, looking out at concourses A and D, with runway 28 right stuck in the middle. Pittsburgh International Airport is currently undergoing a major terminal modernization project, which will consist of a brand new landside building attached right up to the existing airside terminal I'm in right now. The new airport, when complete, will still have 4 concourses laid out in a very convenient X design. Eventually, my aircraft for the ride down to Tampa started pulling in, which means it's time to say goodbye to the food court area and head to gate A3. Summer of 2021 was honestly the point where domestic air travel really started returning to normal levels. For instance, there were at least 5 to 7 nonstop flights going down to Tampa between Spirit and Southwest from Pittsburgh, all full. And as you can see, mine will be the same. An 8646B will take us all to TPA, an August 2014 built Boeing 737-800 that's flown for Southwest its entire life. Our aircraft is painted today in the Canyon blue livery, which was the previous main livery Southwest used from 2001 to 2014, so I'm guessing our plane was one of the last to be painted in Canyon blue before Southwest switched to the familiar Heart livery nowadays. As you saw below, many bags are being loaded on, all of them free, as every passenger is allowed 2 free checked bags on every flight. There's also no assigned seating on Southwest, which means boarding is done by lettered groups, and depending on your number in that group is when you can board. Thanks. Since I had B44 on this flight, it means there most likely was 100 to 115 people boarding before me. So will I get a window seat? Yes, easily actually. 24A will be my gold seat for the next 2 hours. Not Southwest the newer seats, but still not too shabby.
Thank you for joining us today. Welcome aboard.
I'm sure most of you by now know what a Southwest 737 seat looks like, but going along the lines of why I think this flight was perfect, the seat is definitely part of that. So, the safety card is found down below in this small seat back pocket. Moving up is the tray table, and that's it. Southwest has never had personal TVs on board their planes, but they will be installing seatback power very soon. While these seats do resemble their 737-700s, the legroom does not. There's definitely enough space for 6-foot me here. I did say this was a full flight, so no, these 2 empty seats will not stay open, but I will get lucky with the middle seat. As far as the design of them, they do not have adjustable headrests like their newer product, but there's something about this gold and blue color scheme that I think works very well. Armrests do have a recline button on them, letting the seat go back a few inches, and as far as the cabin, it's definitely got that newer Boeing 737 feel with large overhead bins and mood lighting. throughout the entire plane.
Get back to Laxton, your flight to Tampa. Scheduled flying time is given 2 hours. And also in a few moments, we will be turning on over cabin lights for takeoff if you need any additional lights. Now to the time to press the picture of the light bulb. Welcome aboard.
Another reason why this flight was perfect? That takeoff right there on this gorgeous day in western PA and an immediate left turn down south. I will go into Southwest's excellent in-flight entertainment system later on in the flight, but to access it, you simply click Southwest Wi-Fi in settings, follow the prompts, and voila, the home screen will pop up where you can access a flight tracker and flight info screen. Just as we got to our cruise of 38,000 feet over West Virginia, the flight attendants began taking drink orders and handing out snacks to all passengers. The tray tables on board are slightly larger than their newer ones, and these are still extendable and equipped with a cup groove. As Southwest at the time still hadn't brought back their full in-flight drink menu yet, I opted for a cup of Coke on this ride, and as always, every passenger received a bag of Southwest snack mix, which replaced their famous peanuts. Something you will notice about this airline that's quite different from others is they don't use carts for their services. Rather, each flight attendant is assigned a set amount of rows, and they'll come by almost like a waiter with a tray full of drinks. With everyone's thirst quenched and hunger now satisfied, passengers settled in for the last half of the flight. If you do know me, I always fully obey every comment I get on all my videos, so staying consistent with that, here's a look at the lavatory on board this 737. As far as they come on Southwest, this one is definitely a lot newer, cleaner, and nicer than some, but I will still have to give the top spot to their Max Labs. This has an older feel to it, but obviously hasn't been used as much, so it is decent in terms of decor. Space is pretty typical to their entire fleet. And before I leave, let me just spray that a bit. Okay, back to my seat. As I stated earlier, Southwest did still have a limited drink menu, but in 2022, it is finally all completely back, which can be looked up from a new drink pamphlet found in the seat back, or using this QR code on your phone and looking it up that way. Since we are just about to cross over into Florida, with a little over 30 minutes left, here is Southwest's free entertainment. Starting with our destination's weather, and moving off to the left is the various tabs you can click. Just below the option to access free texting on board is all their movies available, which like I usually say is around 50 on each flight. Live TV channels are next with 16 in total. Speaking of which, NFL Network happened to have this particular game's highlights on. Anyways, moving on, there is also a healthy collection of TV shows to watch, along with podcasts and music playlists. Wi-Fi isn't free, but no matter the length of the flight, it's always $8. Usually cheaper than most airlines, except JetBlue, where it's free. With With us now beginning our descent into the Tampa-St. Pete area, the mood definitely switched to anticipation, as I guarantee most on this flight were vacationing as soon as they land. I was coming down here for Breeze Airways' first ever flight, the second new US airline that started flights in 2021, but a vacation down here doesn't seem like such a bad idea. I guess the main reason I really enjoyed this flight was I can relate to everyone on this plane. Everyone is from my hometown, taking a single non-stop flight where bags are free on an airline having for the most part friendly and funny employees where you get to pick your seat and sit with your family and friends, enjoying some free drinks and snacks while getting to watch a free movie on the 2-hour hop from north to south. It's the most basic, yet most common flight people do to escape life for a bit, and it brings back a lot of good memories for me. I'm sure a lot of you can relate as well. So now, let's head into Tampa Bay. Just as quick as it started, the end is here with a likewise gorgeous day in Western Florida. I can't say enough about Southwest Airlines, and this flight I think perfectly exemplified what the experience should be like on this airline. I know a lot of you guys are also fans of Southwest, so tell me, is there one flight in particular that really stands out to you? And if so, what happened? And what makes a flight perfect for you on Southwest, or honestly any airline? Is it traveling with someone special, or to a special place? Or something the airline does that's special? Let me know below. Also, no pun intended, but this flight was a literal breeze. We came in nice and early with absolutely no problems at all.
Tennessee's not so bad.
With Breeze and Southwest sharing the same terminal here at TPA, I couldn't help myself but check out the gate area for tomorrow's inaugural flight, and sure enough, there were already balloons, posters, and stuff set up with 2 Breeze E195s sitting at the terminal. If you did miss that video for some reason back when it happened, be sure to check out my review on the whole Breeze Airways experience. It was definitely one I'll remember for a while. And there will be another Breeze video coming very shortly. So remember when I said a vacation down here doesn't seem like such a bad idea just a few minutes ago? Well, turns out after my Breeze flight to Charleston, I was supposed to fly right back here and spend a week in St. Pete. Unfortunately, some private family matter happened and we had to cancel the whole thing, but the wonderful beaches down here would not evade the jazz guy this go around, and so after dropping off my bags at the hotel, Zach, Dakota, Gabe, and I started our trek to Clearwater Beach. And that would do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this Southwest flight today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in Charleston.